Okie dokie. So, am I streaming? Am I streaming? I do believe I'm streaming. Mining Man is doing some mining, indeed. It, indeed I am. During the most wonderful time of skyblock, and that is during a coal mare. A coal mare is what we all hope for. We love coal being mare. It's the greatest time, you know. I get more XP. I do some mining. It's a wonderful time, and we had some fiestas as well. Unfortunately, things didn't go well for me in the fiestas, but it is what it is. It is what it is. Sounds like a good time to get back into fishing. Maybe it's fishing hours. It's just fishing time. I think I don't know who it is. Isn't someone going for like #1 fishing in Mining Cult? Or a former member of Mining Cult? One of them. One of them. There's a large portion of Mining Cult people who are in Genix Guild. So they're technically not in Mining Cult, but they're in Mining Cult in my heart. You got sick right in time to do 3 fiestas. That is a rip. That is a big rip. I I wish I had done the fiestas as well. Well, I mean, I did do some of them, but like I wish I did way more than I did. But it is what it is. It is what it is. Let's see. Fuck it. Yeah, I'm buying a lot of crystal frags. That's a thing that I'm doing. But yeah, it was a shame about the fiestas for me and Syntax, I guess. Tis a big shame. Especially because that's like, whenever there's a coal coming around, you know, it's like, it feels a bit of a feast or famine. And then when you aren't able to attend the feast, you just get the famine. So it's just a bit of an L, really. It's just a bit of an unfortunate one. So basically, we're probably not going to get another fiesta for like a good few months, which is a bit annoying, but oh well. Unless, you never know. You never know, maybe we get Diaz again, and then, what we had basically to get this coal mare, maybe we get Diaz long-term investment into coal again. Maybe we can just force coal to be mayor, you know? We can just force Cole to have his good perks. We don't need Cole to do it off of his own volition. We can just... It's a bit like the, what is it? The dictator Cole. Why don't we dictate to Cole that he should have his 4 perks with Diaz? Diaz just tells Cole, you're gonna have your 4 perks right, in this election right now. You did some fiestas for various collections, up to 17 out of 25 of the top 1,000. That's gonna look so sick. Seeing a whole wall of blue there, that would be great. At Cole, he's gonna force you to be mayor. I'm not forcing anyone to be mayor. It's Diaz. Diaz nuts. But yeah, no, blame Diaz. I give the credit to Diaz. In fact, I give the credit to the people who vote in Diaz, actually. Interestingly enough, I did some maths. Wait, you did some maths, and tungsten and umber corpses are only like 300,000 loss per if you forge the crystals. Ah, I see. Don't know how many crystals I usually get from opening these guys. I feel like I don't usually get crystals. Let's see. Yeah, I got the square root of fuck all with that one. I did get fucking sweet Fanny Adams. Fuck all. You're gonna have the forge perk only? Well, that's just cringe. That is just the worst perk. How dare you? You probably go for top 1,000 coal and glowstone, but the rest are too much pain to go for. Top 1,000 coal and glowstone. I mean, which ones are you not getting? Because you obviously don't have to get sulfur. Sulfur's not a mining collection. You don't really have to go for... Actually, no, you kind of need the rest, don't you? Yeah. Ice is just minions, but you could also do it manually, maybe. I don't know. Red sand and mycelium and sand, and I guess gravel are sort of similar. And the pure ores are all the same. That's what you're doing, I see. Meta for glowstone is fishing, by the way. That is very... I know that. And it depresses me every time. The fact that a mining collection... Actually, you know what? You don't have to do glowstone because it's fishing. There you go. We can ignore glowstone because we can just... The thing is, it is a mining collection, though. I can't say glowstone's not a mining collection anymore. I can't really say it. You saw a guy on hypixel skyblock post about hitting top 0.5 in... or top 0.05 in glowstone. You're not getting sulfur, gemstone, redstone, lapis, ice, and gravel. I mean, ice is kind of a minion one, so that is fair. And then sulfur, obviously, not. But gemstone, I feel like gemstone you kind of need. But it is sort of hard, though. Well, not that hard, actually. Never mind. It might be a bit long. I don't know how long it would really take to get top 1,000 gemstone, but I know there's a lot of people that do gemstone, obviously. You know, it's one of the money-making methods that... It's one of the popular mining money-making methods, so of course it's going to be like many, many hours to get top 1,000 gemstone. Did you know that almost said Gem Peterson. Did you know that Brent Peterson was #1 emeralds? I remember that. I remember that, whatchamacallit, Mr. Topper was #1 emeralds and lapis. And then I think you passed him. And then what is it now? Is it just the same? You're still #1. Let's see. Actually, you know what? I can't be bothered. I can't be bothered to look it up. Ranked in gravel isn't too bad if you know the spider's den meta. I feel like gravel isn't the most fun thing to mine. Mainly just because I think you run out of gravel, don't you? Or is it that you... Do you not... Because if you run out of gravel, it's just a bit annoying. Like, having to wait for shit to respawn, or... If you have to, like... If you have to supplement it with gravel minions, then you have to, like, use some of your minion slots to do a method. It's not ideal. But if you can do it permanently, you can actually mine gravel permanently, then that's not too bad. Half the guild really macroed cobble and no one give a fuck. Is that true? Is that true? And if that is the case, was one of them Fetcher? Because I would be very sad if it was Fetcher. It doesn't take a lot of mining, but can take many days. It's just, I mean, the main thing with gravel is if you can't, if doing the method, if you're not mining like all the time, then it's annoying. Cole says yes, it is true, and then Fetcher's put a fucking zip-locked mouth. Okay. All right. That's not very cash money of you. It's not very, that's not great. It's good to do like twice in 24 hours. I don't know. I think they should improve gravel. They should do another mining update, chat. They should do it. Maybe that will bring me back to mining more often. So minions, yeah. If gravel's just minions, that'd be a bit cringe. Hello guys, how are you doing? I'm doing good. I can't really read your name, but welcome to mining. The only mining stream ever. Of all time, in fact. There is no other mining stream. There are no other mining streams. This is the only one. The only one, real and true. You can get more coal collection per hour manually mining. Well, yeah, I did mean manually mining gravel in the spiders then. I didn't mean doing minions. Actually, the other thing I'm close to, chat, is I'm close to 300 million glaciite powder. That'll be a nice thing to put in guild chat and get a few GGs. The problem is I'm going to get less GGs because there's less people in mining cult because they've all fucked off to Genix guild. So am I going to have to like how am I going to do I have to put it in flexing or something? Like how am I going to get it to the Genic guild people? Or do the Genic guild people not get to see my achievements anymore? This is so sad. Manually mining minion gravel blocks. Well, I don't know. I don't know if that was what Syntax Man was talking about. Because, like, he says manually mining. I mean, yeah, it would be true. You're manually mining it either way. But whether he means minions or not. I think it was like a supplement anyway. You have to like, you probably have to use minions in conjunction with the Spider's Den. And Spider's Den after lobby reset. I see, I see. Let's see, chat. Have I got any more? Oh, I do. I've got more crystal fragments. I've got enough coins, by the way. I've got enough coins to keep it, or to keep crystal fragments at this minimum price of like 157. It's just, people are not going to break through it. I've got too many coins to, you know, spend on it, to where I can just hold the price of crystal fragments at that price. it will not go lower than that. Which is kind of interesting. I'm doing a little thing with market. Crystal fragments, they have a minimum price now. Set by me. For real. Let me get a few bill, bro, please. Bro, seriously, lol, please, actually. Cole, aren't you wealthy? Don't you have coins? Don't you play this game a lot more than me now? In fact, a lot of you watching might play the game more than me. Nowadays. I've been doing, whatchamacallit? Other things. Oh my golly gosh, it's Macash Mining Stream 33. Indeed, Cole? No, OT. Indeed, OT. It may indeed be Macash Stream number 33. The thing is, you gotta count the previous numbered streams that I did as well. So that's gonna be like 60. And then what about the other streams that weren't numbered? Is it gonna be like 100 and something now? Like, how many mining streams have I done now? If I numbered the amount of mining streams that I've done, and then like titled the next stream, the X number mining stream, what number do you think it would be? Like, how many mining streams do you think I've done, chat? How many mining streams? Because I have definitely done a lot. Because, we can't count every single skyblock stream, because I've not, I've done, like, Blaze a few times. I did Enderman a few times as well. Even still, I'd probably be on, like, mining stream 200 and something, right? Maybe even higher. Cole says 8, and I don't know about that one, chief. Maybe the 8th stream in the past, like, few months. Also, hello, Lucy. But yeah, what was it? And like I swear I've been saying like the previous streams, like, oh yeah, I'm gonna stream more, and then I just don't stream for a week again. Do I promise again this stream that I like, oh yeah, I'll stream within 3 to 4 days? Because it may just inevitably end up being the same thing where I just don't stream for another week and a bit. -1, anyway, back to cookie clicker. Oh, okay. Okay then. Not the -1, man. You're unemployed, you have no excuse? You mean excuse for not streaming? Maybe that is like an excuse for not streaming, is because I'm looking. Applying even. For every broken promise you give someone in your chat, 100 mil. I haven't promised anything. I may have said shit. That wasn't a promise. There are no promises here, chat. There are only statements of intent. With loose commitments to their implementation. Or follow through, I guess. That being said, I did yap about Linux for a shit ton of time, and then I actually did do it. I have done a few of the things that I've said. Blaze 9 is done. Linux is done. In fact, next stream... Wait, how many streams have I said this shit? Okay, next stream might be streaming from Linux, okay? Next stream... Oh, wait, yeah, I think I'll... Yeah, the next stream will probably be titled, like, Mining on Linux or something. that'll be a thing. I might do that tomorrow, actually. That'd be kind of a cool thing to do. I'm not sure if I'll be free to stream tomorrow though, so I wouldn't rely on it. But tomorrow might be a mining on Linux stream. No, but I'm saying from now on, oh no, fuck that. I'm not gonna just start promising shit that I don't need to promise about. Oh, hell no. You've been on Linux for the past year. Nice. I'm glad that I've like at least started. And at least started a good few months before Windows 10 dies to Microsoft's hands. No longer security updating Windows. SMH. Imagine. They could have kept me on Windows 10 for a while, you know. If they didn't have Windows 10 dying on a set schedule, I might have actually been doing Windows 10 for a little longer, you know. Fetches like I use Arch, by the way, but the thing is I actually do. I actually do use Arch. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no, chat, I've become the meme. 1 billion gold when? I will do 1 billion gold at some point in the future. I don't know when, but I hope I end up doing it. That is like, that is the most commitment I can give to that project. It's like, I don't know. I hope I do it at some point. Be a lot more likely if they added in Heart and Mountain presets. That, like, if they add in Heart and Mountain presets, then it's more like a, oh, I'll do it at some point I'll probably, like, actually do it now. I'll probably actually go in and do that now. Always have been. Reset Heart and Mountain tree when? As I said, I want those presets, man. Those presets are going to do a lot for me. They're going to do so much. You've never been caught resetting your tree. That's mainly because of laziness. 100%. You think I can be bothered to go through upgrading all the things, even though we have like a 10 levels at once thing now? I need to remember what, you know, tokens that I've got in my tree still. I need to memorize my tree before I changed it. But the thing is, I wouldn't need to. I wouldn't need to if we had presets, it'd be so fucking good. This plant in Cookie Clicker takes 7 hours and 20 minutes more to go. Blech, more to grow. Let's see. I never played Cookie Clicker, but I played everything else, essentially. Adventure Capitalist. Adventure Communist. Wait, is it called Adventure Communist? I forget what it's called. It's like, it's the communist skinned Adventure Capitalist. But yeah, I played those two. I've played the Coin Factory in hypixel skyblock. That's right. The Chocolate Factory. My tree's bad anyway. Nothing of value be lost. My tree's fine. My tree's great. It may not be exactly like your tree, but it's a good tree. It's a good tree. I'm not sure what do you mean it is? What is? The context? I don't have the context. It's over, chat. Context lost. You've never been caught, or that one. You reset your Heart Mountain tree to do Fiesta mining. It takes a minute to do. Yeah, but like, it's effort. ICBA. I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. Having to reset my tree for different things. You forgot? Fair. How many Vangs have you pried open so far? I have ripped open the heart of how many Vanguards? Let's see. 10 Dwarven Metal Fortune. Let's see. What do I have to get rid of? Like, an extra corpse is kind of nice. 150 General Mining Fortune is nice. I like that. Let's see, what else is there? I mean, yeah, I could get rid of precision mining, but I actually somewhat use precision mining. And Sky Mall is pretty good as well. Minus 20% pickaxe ability. When that hits, it's good. It's very good. And then this is obviously all needed. I just don't have the tokens. I don't have the tokens. I wouldn't want to get rid of anything that I have at the moment. I've got all good stuff. Also, what is it, like 100 Dwarven Metal Fortune or something? Not too bad. Oh yeah, I should look at the vanguards. Hold on a minute. I've probably done like 400 and something now. The survey says guild parties, leaderboard, vanguards opened. And then me. Sky Helper says that I have done 436. Yeah, 436, and I'm 22nd on that leaderboard. So I've done 436 apparently. You never did mineshaft comms. What? You never did the mineshaft comms, so you had the token. Ah. Hypixel skyblock is ruining the children of this upcoming generation by teaching them that prying open corpses is a good thing to do. What has the world come to? Well, you can compare hypixel skyblock. Oh, grave robbing. That's great. You know, you get loads of shit from that. Or maybe Doom. What about the Doom, the generation that had Doom? And, you know, it's like, oh, you can rip and tear until it's done if you want. You can, you know, you can do a little ripping and tearing if you wish. I'm just saying, man. They had Doom back in the day. Not too bad, he says, while slowly mining glaciite for a com. Well, hold on, let's actually precision mine a little bit, and it's a little bit better, you know? I can maybe get a tick off. Maybe. Maybe get a tick off with a lot more concentration and effort. But I don't even think the, what is it, 100 and something fortune? It's not, it's, yeah. Skyblock also actively promotes gambling. Well, what doesn't nowadays, to be fair? To be fair, though. 99% of gamblers. As usual. You got passed in mineshafts entered by me. Ah. Oh, wait, really? Wait, hold on. I swear I'm quite high in that leaderboard. Leaderboard, mineshafts entered. Oh shit, you're at 9,000. Fucking hell. Damn, I need to mine more, chat. I need to mine more. I'm only at 8,000. 800. Ah. You're third, yeah. I saw that. Who is number one again? It's Corotez. Corotez with 12,200. And then second is Zbim at 10,400. And Luce is at 9,600. I need to enter more mineshafts, chat. I need to actually play the game. Shit. You think by missing the glaciite entirely when trying to aim at the particle, it balances out the one tick from getting the particle? Well, it's rare that I miss the glaciite aim when I actually, you know... I don't miss the actual glaciite I'm mining. But missing the particle, yeah. Takes a little time to get to the particle. But then if you hit the particle immediately, it's pretty good. Realistically, precision mining is for blocks that take over a certain amount of time to mine. And when you have, and when you're at the end game, there's no block that does that, so it's just a bit meh. Not even meh, it's just not good, probably. That being said, I did change refined on my gemstone drill, so now it's lustrous, which is annoying because I wanted to try out the 35 mining spread. I mean, I did try it out, but I wish I tried it out more, is what I mean, during the fiestas, but oh well. I did try it out a little bit. I'm not sure whether I noticed it that much, but I did get that extra 35 spread during the fiestas, which is pretty cool. The farming the juicy queen bee in cookie clicker. Ah, that is a cookie clicker moment. Is it worth it to drop out of high school for skyblock? No, no, it is not. School is important. So you can't play skyblock without financial income. You need that financial income to play skyblock. Classic, classic thing there. Carpentry 109 to 110, let's go. Huge. Huge. Makes me wonder what is my carpentry. Whatever 305 million is. Every 3 hours you get 16 chances for a 0.1% chance. Oh wait, 0.1% change to get a plant. Okay. Should have told me 3 months ago, SMH. Wait, did you drop out of high school 3 months ago to play Skyblock? But what happens once you've, you know, got #1 in everything? In Skyblock. Okay, well that... #1 in everything, maybe not, but like, #1 in all the things you're going after. Then what then, you know? There's issues. Just ruined your grades. Does not sound good. You should probably not do that. Advice with Makash. You spent more time on Skyblock in the past 6 months than your parents spent working their full-time jobs. I mean, that is... yeah. That is a thing. You can spend a lot of time on Skyblock. But Skyblock doesn't pay bills. Unless you're a YouTuber or a streamer, then it does. Or unless there's some other way that you can make money from Skyblock. So, there you go. Are you an inventor now? Yes, I invented time and space. And everything in between. Be like me and... wait, be like me, have an awful Skyblock addiction while having the best grades in school. Well, you can't have everything, OT. Stop having every... I say you can't have everything and you're telling me you have everything. Stop having everything. He's got grades going well. He's got Skyblock going well. This is bullshit, man. This is bullshit. Fucking... you cheeky bastard. Can you help me do some Enderman Slayer 4s? No. I am here for mining. And not for slayering. Pet skin, silverfish, silverfish, 738x silverfish skin. 17 billion. That is quite a lot. In fact, that is more money than in my bank right now. That is a lot of money. That's a lot of cash monies. Wait, Makash, do you think they'd give me honorary guild member if I left mining cult? Have they done that for everyone else? I mean, probably, yeah. You've been in mining cult for a long time, but don't leave mining cult, man. You can't just leave me here with no one else. That's mean. Having so much money in the bank still hurts to see. Either invest that money or use it for something. I mean, it is sort of getting used for something. I'm gonna buy just a shit ton of crystal fragments. With the amount of bits I have, I kind of need to buy 70,000 crystal frags. But we'll see if that actually happens. It's hard to buy crystal frags sometimes. They went down 30%, but you don't mind. You'll just buy more. You don't have honorary member SMH. What is SPP? SPP is Genix Guild. That half of mining cult have left for. Probably more than half now, but oh well. Just think of all the interest that I've gotten from the money in the bank, though. You know, it's a lot of money. Maybe not as much as I would have if I invested the other, or if I invested those coins differently, but it was at least something. A steady stream of millions of income. We should repurpose mining cult into an arcade games guild. I don't think anyone in the guild has done arcade games at all. We're a mining guild, that's what we were for, man. You can't just have all mining cult go to a fishing guild. That's cringe. I'll be in mining cult. You don't need to worry about that. I'll stay here and AFK for a long time, and then probably end up quitting Skyblock eventually, but whatever. Who that actually mains mining nowadays? I think Syntax does a good bit of mining. I obviously main mining. Arval doesn't do that actually. He does. What does Arval do? Okay, well he's doing M7 right now. Fetcher is currently away. I see. Whatchamacallit? Who is online? Yeah, there's 16 people online. Oh, Syntax Man's in limbo. Sebi, I don't think he's on my friends list. I know Sebi mines. I've seen Sebi about doing comms, I think. I'm pretty sure Matatoni mines. Classic GM mines, I'm sure. You know, there's miners. There are people that mine in the guild. But fishing earns coal weight, so it's actually fine. Oh, god damn it. My worst fears have been realized. Coal weight now can be done through fishing. And well, not just now. It's been that way for fucking ages now. Should grind zombies wins with me, Makash. I would rather mine. You don't know the new gen people? Uh, yeah. I mean, we still got like Arval and Syntax. And others, of course. You mine as your main thing, but you just don't do the typical things. I mean, mining as your main thing is just like pure mining cult stuff. Classic GM does slayers and jewels. Damn. Severe lack of mining, chat. A severe lack of mining in mining cult, it needs to be remedied. You gotta do some fishing again before you drop out the top 100. Have fun fishing. Is that top 100 XP? Aren't you like really high in the collections as well? Imagine Hush Lucas is just like fucking... Hold on a minute. He's like #1 in all of these as well. Just has fishing minions down for ages. Hyper catalysts as well. You know Arval and Syntax? Yeah. OT ought to join mining cult. What I do doesn't make enough coal weight at the moment for that. I mean, I'll get there eventually. I'm sure you'll have enough coal weight. Are you like doing ice heavy? If you go into ice enough, then you'll at least get the minimum requirements. I think not only that, I think requirements are also dropping to like top 2000 in coal weight. Or at least Vinxie did say that at one point. Whether that will actually happen or not, I don't know. But top 2000 in coal weight is 2,400. So it's not too bad. You're first in 7 out of 11 fishing collections. Fucking hell. Were you... you might be the skyblock player with the most #1s. Is that actually the case? Like, who is the sky... You might... hold on. There's a statistic for that somewhere. And that might actually be one of, like, the better skyblock things, if you get what I mean. It might be one of the better skyblocks. How many #1s you have in the game? Like, if you have 50 #1s, that's insane. That's ridiculous. You post that. That's fucking insane. Wasn't that Molt? Molt had like what did he have? He had Cobble. He did have did he have Nether Quartz? He had quite a few important #1 mining collections, but I think since then the collections for those things have gotten easier. Like probably the Pure Ores were one of them. Obsidian, people passed him, and Cobble, I think. Yeah, Cobble is a lot easier nowadays, but collections probably, but if we include Bestiary, I'm not even close. He had like killed by X-Mob a lot. He is first in like all the Rift collections and some farming collections or something. Oh, Melon King D. Yeah, Melon King D has #1 Timite, I think. Unless he got passed, because I remember seeing someone was close to him on that. Destructive Donut has a lot of bestiaries. Is there a thing in Sky Helper that says like how many #1s you have? Imagine one of your #1s being the person with the most #1s. You just get a free #1 if you are the most with that. It's like having an extra one above #2, if you get what I mean. Like when you pass #1, you automatically gain another one on top of that. It's like the gap between #1 and #2 is always like, I guess it's not always 2 spaces, but when you pass them, you will be always 2 spaces above. Or 2 points above, I guess. Your co-op is 9th in Timite. It's interesting. I'd do Timite if they added in Hearth Mountain presets. Wait, actually, do I need? No, I don't need Hearth Mountain presets for Timite. I need to do burgers. That's what it is. Because if I don't do burgers, then I don't get enough. Well, I don't get the right amount of motes out of my Timite mining. And you can't really store Timite well, can you? Because all your capacity is just your ender chest and things. So you'd have to eventually sell them anyway. You'd do Timite if it was in coal weight. Well, I mean, Timite should be in coal weight, but it depends whether it gets updated or not. If coal weight does get updated, then Timite will probably get included. Matt Does Dev had the #1 leaderboard, but the site is down. Yeah. It did indeed get shut down. Unfortunate. Unfortunate, chat. Ripperonis. It was a nice leaderboard as well. I remember, I think someone... I don't know. I was on that leaderboard. It looked cool. I think I was in the leaderboard for a few things on that website. But it looked nice as well, because it wasn't just your name, it had your skin next to it too. You miss having 2 #1 skills. I miss being higher in enchanting, really. I wonder if I could get 2 #1 skills. I'm not going to get taming. Could I take #1 social? Or does Portal Hub have that unlock? Because I'm always surprised by how much social XP I have. I surely can't be the only person with an ult on their island all the time. Surely. I wonder if the number of ults are... I wonder if the number of ults affects it. There's just someone with like 10 ults. #1 socials like many people, or it's like people with many ults, yeah. If the amount of ults affects it, then someone can just farm it by having like a shit ton, like max ults on their island at all times. Okay, everyone in chat, when the foraging update comes out, who's taking #1 foraging? Who's taking #1 foraging? Will it be the current #1 foraging, or will we see a new one? Will we see anyone in chat go for #1 foraging? In fact, who will stop mining for #1 foraging in chat? That is people who are mining in chat, but there's probably not a lot of people mining in chat. Smookies, Enchanted Goal level 25. Oh, well, yeah. Smokies is #1 for social. Damn. You're clawing your way to single-digit enchanting rank. Went up 1 rank in the last year and a half. Race to #1 foraging. Wait, who's #1 foraging at the moment? Let's have a look. Because will they keep it? That's the thing. Will they keep it? Most likely not. But if they're active, then they probably will, you know? If they're active, then they're probably going to lock in. But #1 and #2 foraging aren't too far apart. Or maybe they are It's hard to tell because foraging is probably quite a slow skill, so maybe the distance is a lot further than I think. They won't keep it, yeah. Yeah, foraging. There's no way that foraging XP isn't massively increased with the foraging update. There's no way it won't be. I will do foraging when it comes out, but I'm not gonna like. I'm not gonna do it like I've done mining. I will enjoy foraging though. It'll be a good time. Maybe it can be my second best skill, as opposed to. We're not gonna count taming, but it can be my second best skill behind combat, I guess. Is my second best thing combat? I guess if we count enchanting, then maybe it's enchanting. Hello, artistic goblin. Did I lose my? I did lose my mineshaft. Rip. Mining was a few 100,000 per hour in Cobblegen. Yeah, I remember. I remember. I was there. That's when I got mining 50 in the Cobblegen a long time ago. It was funny because like, when I got mining 50, I think I might have been the 171st person to get mining 50, which isn't that high in the grand scheme of things. Not counting taming blasphemy, but taming you get from just doing stuff in general. Like you just get it from doing whatever you're doing, so it doesn't really count. Or at least I feel like it doesn't count for me. And I definitely didn't get into farming when the garden came out. So there was the potential for like, you know, if I got into farming, then technically it would be my second best. But foraging, I can see it. It's a much larger update, much more stuff going behind it. Taming is the best skill in the game. It is pretty good. Taming is pretty cool. With taming, you have to sacrifice your pet item. Uh, I mean, you can view it as a sacrifice, or you can view it as a buff. Maybe the pet item is better because you get more. Just testing stream delay, it's massive. It's not that large. Um, wait, what was I saying? Yeah, it was like having a pet XP boost on your pet for XP share. It's not that bad because you get a shit ton more money through XP share and things. I think. I think it affects it. We talked about this a few times. I forget whether it affects it or not. Whether you get more XP on your shared pet. You probably do, but oh well. Did you do any fiestas? I did like half of one, and then I think I might have done one full one. I'm not entirely sure. It did not go well. It was not great for me. The fiestas. But how did you lot enjoy your fiestas? And I'm pretty. Hajruka said you did like some collections. I can't remember whether it was gold or something, um, but yeah, pet item affects XP share and taming wisdom doesn't. Ah, yeah, yeah. It was a taming wisdom thing. The taming wisdom doesn't work, and that's why we didn't do like bookshelves because taming wisdom itself wasn't actually working properly. I agree with OT. I do agree. Like the stream, everyone. Hell yeah. You did like one fiesta. I. The thing is, because I was doing something, I slept through one fiesta. I was doing something and could only do like half of one fiesta, and then I think I might have done the first one, I think. But I think I was really sleep deprived and didn't do that great in that fiesta. I can't remember. Basically, the fiestas didn't go well for me. They were not the greatest fiestas of all time. But I'm going to try and make up for it with the rest of Cole. It's such a shame because like, if I did better in the fiestas and just Cole in general, then I'd at least be a little bit closer towards 20 billion because I've been near 20 billion for so long. I just need to get it. To get it sooner rather than later and actually post the thing to Reddit. Because it'd be great. It'd be a fun time. Post it to Reddit, people will get to comment the usual things of like, you know, go outside, touch grass, stop playing hypixel skyblock. On the hypixel skyblock Reddit, they tell you to stop playing the game, as usual. And then there's people like contacting Reddit because wait, what do they do again? It's like they I forget what it is. They contact like the helpline basically. You did gold because collection refined mineral actually earned me 80 to 100 mil per fiesta. Yeah, I think the well, which one was it? The glossy gemstones I'm pretty sure are still really good. Like I think you can still get a few 100 million coins worth of these through each of the fiestas. Like, if you go specifically for these, you can probably make shit tons of money. Yeah, they report the post for self-harm, that's what it is. The prevention line, prevent you from playing hypixel skyblock. You've done too much, Reddit has decided. Reddit has decreed that you have played too much video games today. Well, past week, I guess. You did half a fiesta, then woke up laying on your keyboard, called it quits. I was falling asleep one fiesta and I was like, yeah, this is not it. This is not it. It's such a shame because like it's not because of the fiesta, but it's just other like things I had to do. Um, so yeah, kind of it fucked with my fiesta grinding. It was a pain. What would you recommend to mine to get glossy gemstones fast? You can, I, I, I'm sure there's a meta for it, but the higher quality the gemstones, the more chance of you getting a glossy. So you can either mine. I'm not sure whether the meta might be inside of mine shafts. That probably would be the idea. But you want to mine peridot, or maybe you go for sheer volume of ruby. That may not be the case anymore because it might just be better to do straight up shit tons of peridot because peridot has the highest chance of giving you. It might be tied peridot and then some other gemstones, but some of the higher tier gemstones are better for glossy gemstone chances. Skill level up alchemy XLI to XLI XLII. Is that 40? Am I being silly? Am I being stupid? Yeah, that's 42, I swear. You really on Alchemy 42? The only Fiesta I didn't play started at midnight. I even woke up at at 6 a.m. for one. There was one at 5 a.m. for me, I think. And I was looking at that at 1 a.m. thinking, yeah, no, I'm not doing that. I'm just, I think I won't. So technically I slept through 2 fiestas, which is a big shame. Massive shame. Yeah, it's 42. I should have known the Roman numerals for that. I should have known. I'm usually quite good with the Roman numerals. Max 2 skills today, gotta get a third. I mean, alchemy, you can do alchemy pretty quick. you could probably max a few skills in a short period of time. Imagine that as like a speed run, like on a new profile. Oh, actually no, because there's a lot of setup that goes into a few things, and do you want to really count all that setup in a speed run? It doesn't seem fun. I feel like having a start point and then, consuming all the alchemy potions, or yeah, I guess you consume them, but you get all the alchemy XP, and then maybe you go on from that and then do mining to get to mining 60, and uh, what else? I guess. I mean, farming would probably take too long for it to be, in quick succession. You had a 656 MP on your Iron Man. None of your accessories are reconned. I see. I feel like that's not bad. I mean, with Iron Man, you have to get each of the recons yourself, so it would take a while. We need to get back to brewing potions to help me mine. What? Do you mean brewing the cold resistance potions? Because I'm not sure how much that really helps. Like, I'll get cold resistance, but it doesn't help that much, I don't think. Because if you ever need to get rid of your cold, you just, go here. It is good for mine shafts, though. I really should be mining with this drill instead, because it actually has more fortune. But it also has more fuel usage, and I have to refuel it more often. Isn't that annoying? Also, I'm just way too used to using this drill to mine tungsten umber and etc. It's more out of muscle memory than anything else. But I did do pretty good during Fiestas to actually mine with this drill, because this is the drill that I should use, especially during Fiestas with the extra spread. Hello, Tempest. How are you doing? Back to buying 216 black coffee bases. What the hell? Oh yeah, you're going for speed. I keep on forgetting that. You're going for speed for more block fortune for your ice. That did remind me though, you guys seen Schedule 1? That was a good game. And it makes me happy, because I'm pretty sure that game was... No, I'm not even pretty sure. That game was made using Unity. So it makes me happy to see a game, made with Unity, made by a solo developer, do really well, and be really successful. That makes me happy inside. It gives me the hope that I could do that myself. Gives me the hope. It's like, yeah, maybe I can do that. There's some hopium for me. Feeling dead with work and all. How about you? I am. I'm doing good. I finished the thing that I was losing sleep over. So now I'm a little bit more chill and can go back to mining a bit, which is nice. Anyways, gotta go have a nice stream. See ya, Tempest. Also, Odie says, what do you mean was? And I can't remember what I said. I forgot. I forgot. It's such an interesting thing, because I watch streamers a lot as well. I know that when I'm watching a stream, I I know what I'm thinking at the time when I'm asking them a question, and then when like the streamer gets confused, I'm thinking like, how do you not know what I'm talking about? Um, and then like now I'm on when I'm on the like streamer's point of view, it it makes it, I can see it from both perspectives, and it's weird. Are you still running Arch? Yes. Yes, I am. Holy Lagtha. Connection lag is unfortunate. One of the interesting things about running my running Minecraft on Arch is when I go out of F11. Like if I press F11 to, change it from full screen to windowed mode, it crashes the game. So it's a bit annoying, but it does work. So I can't really fault it too much. Because it wasn't working before. So now that it at least works, even though it's a little bit buggy, um, I will take that. I will absolutely take that. I looked online, did a little research. It might be something to do with Wayland, I think. But there isn't really much discussion on it in general. Like I think I read somewhere on Reddit that someone was saying like, oh, it's an issue with Wayland and causes things to crash. I haven't played Skyblock in a while and I kind of miss it until I remember how much of a time sink it is. Yeah, honestly kind of relatable as well. Because I was like, oh yeah, I kind of want to, get my 20 billion XP. But then I think of how much time I have to spend to do that, and I'm like, ah, shit. I could be programming instead, or uh, I could be doing my Arch Linux stuff instead. Parents calling you for dinner. See you in a bit. For the fifth time. I see, I see. Um, been playing Skyblock. Oh wait, you've been playing Sky Factory 5 recently. I forget. Hmm, I'm not doing well with the Sky Factory versions. I forget which one is which because I think Sky Factory 5 is a bit of a newer one that has like apparently like the beginning is color based, which is really weird. Like you start in grayscale and then you get color as you progress through the mod pack, which is such a fucking weird concept, and I'm not sure how it would be fun. Um, but Sky Factory has been fun, but so maybe it is good, but I don't know. You plan to install Fedora once you get a new laptop, currently running Mint. That's nice. How has Mint been treating you? Have you had any issues or any like nice things with it as well? Because the thing is with Linux, it's like, oh, you have some nice things, the reasons you went to it, and then there's the things where it's like, oh, that's, unfortunate or annoying. And I haven't had any annoying things. Probably because, I've like you don't really think about it as annoying, you just think about it as, oh, that's something I need to fix. And then if you can't fix it at the moment, it's just something that you're like, oh, um, it's just something I need. Well, yeah, in my mind at least, if there's something that's just not working on Linux, I don't think like, oh, how dare Linux, grr, angry. I just think, oh, like, I need to fix that. Um, Whereas with Windows, it's like that one meme where it's like, where you have Gordon Ramsay like, oh no, you poor thing, and and then the other part is you fucking donkey. That's like me with Linux and Windows. It's like Windows is the donkey. Um, but yeah, generally everything Linux-wise for me has been working quite well. Even though I was saying like, oh yeah, Minecraft crashes when I F11, but like that's such a minor thing as well. I just don't F11 and I don't crash. It's fine. It's simple. And then I can maybe fix it in the future. Shrimple as that. Shrimple as that. But yeah, I've heard Fedora is quite good as well. Apparently Fedora is like a little bit more user-friendly than Arch, I think. I'm not particularly because I think it goes Gen 2 Arch, like how much you need to, because like with Gen 2 apparently you have to like compile your own fucking shit, and then Arch is like you don't have to do that, but it's still quite bare bones. And then Fedora, I'm not really sure what the difference is, but apparently it's like a little bit easier in that line of how much you have to do yourself type thing. Um, and then there's obviously like from Fedora you probably have like Manjaro or Mint eventually, Mint and Ubuntu at some points in the how much it does for you type thing, or how much it has pre-installed as well. You have CPU temperature issues when it reaches 80 C while idle. I found a temporary fix for now by limiting all cores to 3.3 gigahertz. Does it just run flat out all time and unless you limit the cores? Because if so, that does sound very odd. Don't know why it would do that. It has Draconic Evolution though, so I'm happy. Draconic Evolution is quite a good mod. Playing that on Sky Factory, I think that's just been in Sky Factory for ages. Like, it's probably just like a core mod of Sky Factory. Because I think it's there in Sky Factory 4 as well. And if it's in Sky Factory 5, like it's definitely been there in Sky Factory 2.5. And um yeah, it's been there for a while. You ran watch dash n. Yeah, I don't know. I know I kind of know what grapping is. I don't know. There's some things I don't know, and I haven't done enough with grep to know too much about it. But I'm guessing like oh you get from your CPU info the clock speed it's running at. Obviously with grep you're getting some text effectively on your computer. Um, every core was at 4.4, but was it running anything? Because if it wasn't running anything, then why is it running flat out? Or at least that's what I would Google, but I don't know. Maybe it's something, maybe it's like a Mint thing, like, I don't know. That's the thing with Linux, you have to like Google stuff. It's like when I first had my Arch installation and there was like 50 gigs of space being used, I was like, what the fuck? I haven't installed basically anything. And then after a little bit of Googling, apparently with the ext4 filing system, it reserves 5% of your drive space for other users. And I don't have any other users, so I could get rid of it, but I've just kept it there for now, just in case it needs it for something. I'll probably make it a smaller partition. That reserve space, I'll probably change that later. Um, I wonder if that's just a Linux thing in. Oh no, it's ext4. So if you had ext4 on Mint or any other distro, then it would be the same thing, wouldn't it? Yeah. Anyways, hello Wheatman. There's a lot of new people. Hold on a minute. Way Q26 Hez is not new, but Way is new. Uh, yeah. Fuck. Is jade mining good for money? Uh, it's okay, but there are better things. You should probably not. Like, there's definitely better things that you should do, but it's also not bad if you do Jade. If you get what I mean? Anyway, hello Hez. I'm doing good. Unwanted Legend said yeah. Unwanted Legend is saying hypixel's burning. The lag was horrendous for the entire duration of the fiestas. It was pretty bad, to be fair. I will give you that. Even though I didn't do as many fiestas as I wanted, I did notice the lag. But there's usually lag during fiestas anyway, so, you know, it is what it is. Let's see. Your entire backpacks and engines are filled with coffee. It's like me with hypercatalysts. Well, the upgrades, not the hypercatalysts themselves. Maybe eventually the hypercatalysts. Hold on, let me cook. Let me buy crystal fragments from the masses and things. I was gonna go pick up with something. What was I doing? I was going to show off my... Oh, I can't go to the bazaar. I'll do this mine shaft and then show you my bazaar again. It's less of me showing it off and more of me trying to buy more crystal fragments. Because I kind of want to buy as many as possible. But that depends on, you know, people actually giving me them. Selling them to me. You know. You know what I mean. Let's see, chat. Do I have crystal fragments in my buy orders? How many? Oh, we're lagging though. Okay, we're getting some. We're getting some. Not as much as I would have hoped, but we're getting some. Honestly, I've been playing a lot of Terraria recently. I have a pre-hard mode character that has already clocked in like 60 hours. Holy. That's good though, that's fun. It's fun times when you like, when you're invested in a game and you're locked in. Good shit. Born to be a penguin, forced to be a window due to desktop apps. Can you not run those through your penguin? Can you not VM or, you know, yeah, run them in a virtual machine in your penguin operating system of choice? Which is the best for mining? I'm not sure what the best or recommended mining money making method is at the moment. I don't really play skyblock that much. Or I haven't played it recently. That's a better way of putting it. I haven't played it that much recently. And I can definitely say that. You can't be like, oh, but you've got quadrillions of mining XP, but, you know, I'm just saying, the past few weeks, not much skyblock. I don't know, though. Mine shafts are still probably pretty decent for money, right? Best thing to mine is sand, trust. Don't know if I trust that one. Any anyone know in chat good things to mine that we can recommend? I'm sure tungsten and umber are actually they're probably not that great, are they? Yeah, they're not bad, but they're not great. It's a good thing to mine. We need those mithril cords. You mean for Magma Field's mithril, the thing that doesn't exist anymore? Magma Field's mithril, the method that got a little bit killed. A little bit. Killed in multiple ways. No more double XP and no more insta-mine. Such a shame. Everything other than sulfur, ice, and sand. I feel that. I know which ones aren't money-making methods. I can tell you that. Fucking what is a good money-making method nowadays? Is gemstone still even good? Like, do I recommend you mine fucking peridot or something? I don't know what to recommend. Jasper's always good. Jasper Mineshaft's sure. But I feel like if Jasper Mineshafts were decent or I feel like more people would be doing them in mining cult. And generally what people do in Mining Cult is leaderboards and not really money. Oh yeah, rip bow I. Eh? What do you mean under unwanted legend? You woke up from a nap you took in summer 2023. Can't wait to armadillo mine. So true, so true. I wish I did armadillo mining. If I did a good amount of armadillo mining, that would have been fun. You remember when people thought armadillo mining was bannable? Do you guys remember that? I remember. Do you guys remember the 30 mil copy pasta as well? I remember. I remember. Diamond mining is really good. That is true. That is quite a recent one. Maybe diamond mining hasn't died yet. I don't know why I went there. I should have gone to the bazaar. Because diamond is just NPC. So diamond mining still might be good. It was just squid again. Ah, yes. Armadillo mining. You get on that armadillo and immediately banned. Wiped. Gone and forgotten. Instantly. You made like 20 mil an hour mining Jasper. Really? Is Jasper not great? Because I swear, like, Jasper in a mine shaft is pretty decent. That's actually another thing that I could do if they added in uh, fucking Hearth and Mountain presets. If they added in that, then I could test out methods and not have to worry about going back to XP. Like, I could just say, oh, fuck it, you know what? I'm gonna try mining Jasper for money and see how good that is. I could do that. I could just, you know, I could just do that. That would be great. Sure, I can do it now, but let me complain. Allow me to complain about the severe lack of presets. Okie dokie. Anyone in chat got something they want to talk about? What's like a topic you guys want to hear me talk about on stream? Because we've done we've done the classic foraging thing. What else is there going on in Skyblock? Because generally I tell you what I do with Skyblock. I'm just trying to sell my bits because like, it's a little too many. I AFK a lot. That is as a classic Makash gameplay type move. I AFK, get my bits. Bingo was on the cards, but then, I've kind of finished bingo now. I remember people talking about like, oh, there might be a new bingo talisman. They might add in like a bingo fucking heirloom, is it? They'll add in a bingo heirloom and I'll have to do bingo again. So maybe I have to do or maybe I should like pre-do some bingos and get some bingo points before they add in the heirloom. Or maybe I just ignore it until they add in the heirloom and then do bingo when they add it. One of them. If they added in the heirloom though, they'd probably add in another rank. Make bingo even easier than it is, so Maybe I should wait until then. Let's see, what else? Anything big in skyblock right now? Oh no, the lag. There we go. Have I played Terraria? I have not. I don't think I would get into Terraria. It's one of those games that I think I'd probably only enjoy if I spent a shit ton of time into it. But I've got I've got so many other things that just yoink my time. Factorio is another one which I know would destroy my time. Like, Factorio is known as something that just yoink, just takes your time. So much time can be used playing Factorio. It is my type of game, though, absolutely. I know for a fact that Factorio is my type of game, but I still haven't got it. I know what it would do to me, man. I know what it would do to me. Almost 2 months since last update and a month since last patch notes. It is kind of like that. I mean, what even was the last patch notes? Wasn't it just like, uh, fucking, was it the Year of Seal? Hold on, let me check. After this mine shaft, of course, you wanna finish the mine shaft before you go on to other things. Okay then. It ignored my hit. Very sad. Ah, I should have. Wait, did it? Yes, it ignored my warp. Let's go. I pressed the warp button, but then it ignored me. Yes. Another com is done. Alright. Prefer Satisfactory over Factorio? Satisfactory is basically just 3D Factorio. The same type of game, really. Minecraft sort of fills the Factorio thing for me, though. Because if I want to make a system like that, if I want to make some factory, then I could do it in vanilla Minecraft, sort of. You get what I mean? I'd get I'd get that sort of gameplay out of making some vanilla Minecraft farm. Alright, let's see. What was the latest patch note? Because, I mean, generally why I go to patch notes is because obviously it's something new. But if there's something new, it's generally like, oh, you have to go and do that thing because they've added that new thing that you obviously haven't done yet. So, um, it's generally why you go to like the latest patch note for something. Just get create on MC. That's basically what I mean. Like, I mean, I've done a Factorio-esque type thing with Buildcraft and my modded Minecraft. I actually got working on Arch. So that's another thing I need to bring over to Arch is my world saves. I also need to try and make because I'm building my Arch system from nothing, obviously, and installing everything. I need to make sure I do it cleanly, so I don't just have, it be really messy in my file system, basically. But yeah, no, the most recent patch notes, I'm pretty sure just bug fixes. Like, yeah, it's just three things that are bug fixes that aren't particularly um, large. Like actually using Linux too. I've been using Linux for like a few weeks now, Tempest. Uh, Too many people using Linux, I keep hearing about it. It's so annoying. Well, maybe it's a sign, Tempest. Maybe you should try Linux as well. I mean, Windows 10, it's ending in, was it 5 months? A little bit over 4 months. Maybe you should try it out. You should try out Linux. But anyway, yeah, the 10th of April was fixing, which is bug fixes generally, and not large ones. The 1st of April was, oh, the 1st of April, oh yeah, fucking April Fools, of course. What about in news and announcements? Half the games you play don't work on Linux? How many? That is that is weird to hear, considering like 99% of the games in fact, it might actually be all the games that I play work on Linux. It might not even be 99. It might genuinely be 100%. But obviously it's anecdotal. You know, that's just me. Other people, like Apex or something, probably doesn't work on Linux. Um, but yeah, that is unfortunate. If half your games don't work, and not only that, half the games that you actively play don't work on Linux, then yeah, that is quite unfortunate. Yeah, I think it is the Bayou that is the most recent one. The Backwaters. The fishing update chat, it's still the most recent one. Something that I can't really do too much about because Skyblock and me and fishing, I mean, you lot already know. Not something I can do much about. You have under 10 gigabytes of RAM usage on Mint, and Cinnamon is one of the heavier distros with Minecraft and multiple browsers open. I think, I think, with nothing open on Windows, I'm at like 3 or 4 gigs of RAM usage. And then uh, with my Linux system, yeah, yeah, when I use Linux, it's under a gigabyte of RAM being used. It is quite literally that much of a RAM saving. I save 2 to 3 gigs of RAM, and that's big, chat. That's fucking significant. Saving 2 to 3 gigs of bloat. Not to mention the storage space savings as well. You no longer have Windows taking up like 30 or whatever gigs of storage. Instead, it's like maybe a few gigs. Probably under 5. Hello, Tin Official. Yeah, games with... That's a classic thing with like anti-cheat games, and that they don't work well with Linux. Don't run at all in some cases. Yeah, it's definitely down to the games you play, because there's like none of the games that I play, that's an issue on. Like Helldivers works fine on Linux. Um, Kerbal Space Program, I think, might be even native to Linux. Civ 6 works on Linux. Bloons Tower Defense works on Linux. Fucking... Yeah, Hearts of Iron 4 also works on Linux. Yeah, I don't know. Everything that I play works on Linux, so... For me, it's not an issue. I mean, regardless of that, though, I need to get Unity on there. Because if I can get Unity on there, I can do some more programming. That'd be great. More pro gaming, programming. You know what I also could do? I could put Dolphin on there as well. Play some Wii games. That'd be sick. I also kind of want to get Melee. There's a streamer I watch. Well, I mean, to be fair, there's multiple streamers that I watch that play Melee. But, I kind of want Melee. I want to play Jigglypuff in Melee because the Jigglypuff in Melee's rest is just way better than Ultimate's rest. And it looks a lot more fun. And then just like the difference between Melee and Ultimate is just interesting enough in itself for me to want to try it, but to get Melee I'd have to find an ISO for it. So yeah, that's a thing that I would need to do. Find an ISO, he says. Realistically, I just need to buy a second-hand Melee disc. Make sure it's the right version, of course, and then I'll probably be able to play it. That's what I need. You tried Godot? I know it's pronounced Godot, but what if I just started saying Godot? Or Godot? What if I just intentionally mispronounced the name? But anyway, it does not have much support / help with C#. Isn't Godot more of a C++ one though? I'm not particularly certain. I haven't used it. But I've heard people saying they want to go from Unity to that. And it'd be a bit annoying for me to do that. Because, like, you know, I've already... because of Unity and all. Because when you start using Linux, you also want to start using a lot more free and open source software. Which is why... Well, is Firefox even free and open source? I'm not sure if Firefox is open source. It is free. I can tell you that. Was I? Oh yeah, FOSS. So generally, people like Godot more than Unity because of that, because it's open source and free and all that sort of thing. You never saw an option for C++, only C# and their own language, which is a fusion between JavaScript and Python. Ah. Well, C# would be good for me then, because it's what's used in Unity, obviously. I do need to do more C++, probably. Maybe. I don't know. But, yeah. It'd be interesting to try out Godot. But for now, I think I'm... For now, I'm definitely staying with Unity. I already have that crystal. Damn. Lag? Okay. Yeah, when you have, it's annoying that I couldn't pick up that crystal because I already had it. Because what I should do, what you should do, is when you have the crystal, you forge it. So I've kind of wasted a bit of money there, annoyingly. There we go. More perfects being forged. Wonderful. Oh, that you know what that reminded me of? I was like, oh, why did I mention free and open source and all that sort of thing? It was I saw okay, this is a topic that I think is kind of interesting. And this is it's interesting because, right? You look at some of the most valuable companies in the world, right? It's like the FANG companies, even though it's not Facebook anymore, it's Meta. But Amazon, Apple, Google, which is Alphabet, Microsoft, Tesla, all those types of things. Like the most valuable companies, some of the most valuable companies in the world. It's interesting to know where their revenue comes from. It's really interesting because, like, when you say that Apple is 50% iPhone sales, that's kind of that's kind of like a interesting way of thinking about it. Because in their revenue, at least, apparently, it's like their revenue is 50% iPhone sales. So iPhone is just half of their business. It's insane. Being one of the most valuable companies in the world as well, and iPhone versus Android market share. Uh, iPhones aren't like I think they're like 20% of just phone market share in general. So it's weird to think one of the most valuable, if not at times the most valuable company in the world, is half of is just half of the iPhone. It's interesting. In that as well, what are some other interesting things? Alphabet, so basically Google, from what I saw revenue wise, it's like 100% advertising. Like 100% of their business is advertising. 100% from what I saw. Um, which is a bit insane to think one of the most valuable companies, all their money comes from ads. And I think it was the same with Facebook as well. So like two of some of the most valuable companies in the world are all just ads. Online ads. Fucking what? Fucking insane. It's ridiculous, man. You met way too many people who only own an iPhone. I, I must admit, I have an iPhone, and that is my phone. My main phone is an iPhone, but it is also the same iPhone I've had for many, many, many years now. So it's not like I'm buying new iPhones over and over again. What's up, Squadron? Nothing much. So I'm talking about the most valuable companies in the world and where their revenue comes from. Because it's kind of interesting. So what did I talked about Google slash Alphabet. Hold on, let me go through that list. Where is it? Yeah, companies ranked by market cap. So I said Apple, which is which is just like half of their revenue is the iPhone. Alphabet and Meta both are like 100% ads. Um, well, we know what Saudi Aramco does, all right? We know where they we know where they get their money from, obviously. Um, Amazon, I think, is 40% the Amazon store. which makes sense, you know. That's that's where you would expect it, right? Uh, and then I think like a good portion of Amazon. Hold on, let me do that. Amazon revenue breakdown. Images. Can I open that image, please? Uh, Google, please allow me. This I'm going off of images and it doesn't show the oh, hold on, 2023. So Amazon's 2023 revenue, 40% is online stores, so you know, it makes sense. It's where you think they would get their money from. 24% is third-party seller services. Interesting. I'm not sure if that means like, does that just mean people selling stuff? Because I feel like that wouldn't be people selling stuff on their stores. That would be counted under online stores. Not entirely sure on that one. But AWS, Amazon Web Services, 15%. That's pretty big. It's pretty large, man. And that is another interesting one. So if I go to Microsoft, because this is one that I was really interested in. Because obviously Windows is not Microsoft's main moneymaker nowadays. And it hasn't been for a good bit, I think. But where is the image? So Microsoft's main moneymaker really is Azure. Also, hello, Arval. You know Tesla make a shit ton of money selling carbon credits? Yeah. I think like Tesla has a lot of cash, I think. They've got a lot of cash. They have some Bitcoin. Um, I haven't looked into Tesla's revenue breakdown, but if I had to guess, it's just cars because they are a car company. Like they obviously don't make money off of Optimus yet because Optimus doesn't exist. They don't really make. I'm sure they is. I forget whether the autopilot service is um is a subscription or not. I can't remember whether it is. But if it is, I'm sure they make some portion of their money off of that. But I'm pretty sure their main thing is cars. But I'll go to Tesla in a bit. Microsoft, 8% is gaming, which you know makes sense because Microsoft buys a shit ton of gaming studios and they bought Minecraft and etc etc. They bought shit tons of gaming. Um, 4% is devices, I guess. So 6% is search advertising. Is that Bing? They make 6% of their revenue off Bing. 12% is Windows, and this is 2022, by the way, and I'm pretty sure Windows has like been lowering as a percentage by quite a bit. But 12% is Windows. Now that's quite interesting. 34% is Azure. Uh, Pretty much like Azure and AWS, I'm pretty sure in the same thing. Like those are competitor systems, like all basically server hosting, I'm guessing. Online infrastructure, if you will. So like Amazon and Microsoft, and there's probably some other company that competes in that space, but that is like a massive growing part of their business and where they make a lot of money, basically. Um, LinkedIn is 7%. Okay. And then 23% is Office. Mad. They make twice the amount of money on Office products and services than they do Windows itself. And that's actually another thing. I'm gonna not use Office anymore because well, for one, I run out of a license for it, but two, I'm gonna go to LibreOffice actually. I'm gonna try out LibreOffice, see how that goes. I'm going a little bit FOSS in this chat. I'm going full FOSS gaming. Free open source. I'm assuming that's commission from people selling through Amazon. Yeah. Well, I mean, the Amazon thing, the web store part of it was 40%. I'm not sure what, because like, if 40% is what they are selling on their own store, um, I don't know. Because I feel like that 40% encompasses what other people sell on their store as well. So I'm not sure what that 23% of um, third-party sellers was. Because surely 30 third-party sellers make, I guess maybe they don't. I don't know. Not sure with that one. But Amazon at least makes sense. Microsoft is like, oh yeah, 12% of their business you cannot interact with if you use Linux, which fair enough. Most people don't use Linux for good reasons. Um, but if you don't use Office, you take out 23%. That's kind of that's crazy. Every good school has to buy their students an Office license for the time they're studying. Yeah, that is a massive thing, or is a bigger part of it than the individual parts. Like individual people buying Windows versus like whole companies buying Windows for their all their computers. And the same thing with like Office, and Office being a subscription as opposed to Windows, which I'm sure they might make a subscription for Windows at some point, but as far as I know, at the moment it's going to stay, you know, a one-time license type thing. Windows as a service. Will that make everyone go to Linux? We shall see. But yeah, Microsoft's revenue breakdown is interesting. Um, what was the other one? Nvidia, we know what Nvidia is. We know. We all know Nvidia. Nvidia's revenue breakdown is, I mean, it's all graphics cards in general, but but as they break it down, it is 90% servers or compute networking, they call it. Data center. On a minute. Yeah, it's like 80% to 90% data center and then like 10% gaming. 10% gaming. Yeah, they supply all the graphics cards and are worth more than fucking everything. But that's Microsoft, Nvidia, Apple. I mean, what was the other thing with other things with Apple? I know that I said half of Apple is the iPhone, basically. But the other part of Apple is. Can I click on this image, please? Okay, we're gonna have to wait for Google to respond. Holy lag. This is not looking good for my internet. But yeah, Apple is like 56% iPhone on this image, 12% wearables. So is that 12% um, Apple Watches then? Like 12% of their business is Apple Watch. 18% services. That's, you know, that's fair. That is the App Store 30% charge. Um, all of their subscription services, I'm sure. 7% is miscellaneous, and then 8% is iPad. So iPhone clearly is, you know, much more popular than iPad, but that's where Apple gets their money from. Probably Apple Watches, maybe AirPods. Yeah, AirPods would be in that wearable section then. Um, so I've done Microsoft, Nvidia, Apple, Amazon, Alphabet. I don't think I really need to do Saudi Aramco. Meta, we've done Meta. Actually, I haven't. I've just said that Meta's 100% ads. Let me just look at Meta's revenue breakdown just to confirm. Does this graph really say 99% ads? I can't. I'm not gonna wait for the image to load. Like, Meta and Alphabet are all ads basically. All their revenue comes from ads. I haven't actually searched Tesla before, so I'm actually kind of curious to see what Tesla's revenue breakdown is. Even though I'm like 90% sure it's going to be like all their cars. So Tesla is 81% automotive sales. So yeah, 81% is their cars. Energy generation and storage is 6%. So I thought that was more of their business, but fair enough. So 6% of their business is energy generation and storages. Services is 8%. I'm not sure what services they do. Would that include like charging, like car charging, maybe? 1.8%, so like roughly 2%, is regulatory credits. That would be the carbon credits you were talking about. And then 2% is leasing. Fair enough. Tesla was like 95% cars. But they don't keep trying on but they don't keep on trying to build their gigafactories but fail miserably. I remember when they were like building a shit ton of new gigafactories and then like their growth was massive. The thing is with Tesla is that they don't really have that much of a supply problem anymore. They have more of a demand problem for reasons that are probably a bit obvious. Um, but yeah, that is Tesla. I'm not sure of the ones below the top. Or was that the top eight? So that was the top eight. I'm not sure the ones below top eight are that interesting. Like Berkshire Hathaway, I think they just own things. I'm pretty sure they just own things. Broadcom, I'm pretty sure, is a wireless thing. I think they make wireless technology. Or maybe they're to do with like phone services or something. TSMC. TSMC makes semiconductors. They make all the chips that you know, they make your 9900K or your iPhone's processor. That's what they do. Walmart is basically American Tesco, I think. Um, or maybe it's like American Waitrose, or you know, it's a fucking supermarket. And then there's a bank, and then it's Visa, and then you know it goes on and on and on. But it's an interesting website though, companiesmarketcap.com. It's interesting to see how valuable each one is. You think Walmart own Asda? What was the one I was thinking of? Is it Asda? I remember thinking. I think last stream I was also uh, had the same thing. It's not Asda. It's fuck, the one I was thinking. Shit, the oh no, my brain. I've just immediately forgotten about it's where you'd get toys from. It's not Toys R Us. It's fucking the one where you had the number where it'd eventually get called out and you'd collect your stuff. I'm pretty sure it begins with A. I might be wrong though. Argos. Fucking. I keep on forgetting Argos. I swear to God. Keep on forgetting that. That one was. I remember that. Those were good times. I guess Amazon's replaced Argos nowadays, haven't they? So scrolling through the lists, uh, The first UK company that comes up is AstraZeneca. The first non-American company is obviously Saudi Arabia, but apart from that, it's Taiwan with TSMC, and then it's China with Tencent. Interesting. And then after that is Germany with SAP. Nothing will replace going through the catalog for Christmas. Fucking that catalog, man. It's fucking good. It's one of those. It's one of the rare times where you'd actually like want to look at things to buy, I think. Like you go through it and you think, ah, what out of this would I want to buy? Is it worth it buying any of these things? It's an interesting website to go through. There's a few other interesting websites I go on as well. Like there's Gridwatch. You can see what percentage of electricity in the UK is generated by what source. So like right now, 48% of our electricity is coming from wind, and 20% is nuclear, and 10% is gas. Do be interesting. And then there's a different website which is similar, electricitymaps.com or apps.electricitymaps.com. Then you have like a nice map of like all the countries and the energy sources. Other websites are cool. Worldometer is fun. I do like Worldometer. I think Worldometer is more of a Worldometer is one of those websites where you go through it once and then you never go through it again. Because it's pretty much just you kind of get the idea. Then again, it says we got 8.2 billion people apparently is the current world population. Like that's increased by another 200 million in a very short amount of time. It was not long ago that it was like 7 billion. Or 7 point whatever billion. 8.2 billion world pop is crazy. Aren't people saying we'll cap out at like 10 billion and start to decrease? Yeah. Birth rates and that. Not enough people being born. If only every single one of them would give me one skyblock coin. Well, I don't know, man. Out of that 8.2 billion, I'm sure like I don't know how many would be under 5 and therefore would not be able to give you a billion coin. Well, not a billion, not even be able to give you one coins. One coins? Oh my God, you can tell my brain is like a little fried right now. But even still, it's like a billion of those are too old or maybe even 2 to 3 billion are too old or too young. Actually, scrap that. Fucking 8 billion of those are too old or too young. very narrow band of skyblock gamers. Actually, no, it's more like 8 billion of those don't play skyblock. And that's being generous, saying that 200 million people play skyblock. In fact, how many? How many skyblock? There's 30 million that have uh, played the game, have logged in, apparently. But then you have to think about how many of those are alts. How many of those players are actually just the same player? Because I'm sure there's a shit ton of duplication there. Why do you do comms? I do comms for mining XP. Or just different profiles. I don't think they count different profiles. I mean, I guess they kind of have to, surely, right? I don't know. You need more information on the inner workings of the ranking system. What other things do I even have here? Wait, 60. Oh, hold on a minute. Hold on a minute. I did not mean to say there were 64 million players. I did not read that wrong. I don't know what you mean. There are not 64 million players. There are some good websites out there, though. There's better, like, you got like the online games that you used to play at school. Like you'd have, not even just that, the online games I used to play a long time ago, like fucking decade ago. Like Miniclip. Miniclip was a fucking banger website. But one I play at school is like Mills Eagles. Because you want to find games that, or you want to find a website that the school would not be able to block, and Mills Eagles was one that was like never really blocked. Eight ball pool goat here. I think I played that, and I think I did well at that as well. It's a good game. 'Tis a good game. Now the thing is, I played on there's too many games on Miniclip for me to start listing them. There's too many. The Flash games, man. Shit was fun. I remember the day I found the staff Wi-Fi password was truly a go-to. If you found the fucking staff Wi-Fi password, surely the school's gonna rinse you for that. They're gonna be like, "Why are you hacking? Stop hacking. We will expel you. Expelliarmus. You will die if you get caught with the staff password." Now I remember. Actually, do I tell this story? Maybe I don't tell this story. Yeah, no, we don't tell that story. Not on live. That story is not for live. But yeah, I don't know. You could get some good internet at school sometimes. That is uh that's the long and short of that story, I would have said. You can get some really good internet at school sometimes. The IT department was dumb as fuck, so they couldn't tell it was you. Nah, that's crazy. If they can't tell it's you, what the fuck? They couldn't tell it was you, but you told someone the password and it was leaked so much the school figured it out. That's actually fucking funny. Imagine your school, you have an admin password, and just like every pupil knows it. Everyone at school knows the password. What's your playtime? My playtime's that. Like the guy had written it on a post-it note on one of the Ice Lab computers. That is funny. That is very funny. Do you remember doing Scratch? Because I did like Scratch in year 7, I think. Might have done it before year 7 as well. I think. I don't know. I remember doing Scratch at year 7 though. I'm pretty sure. That was a website they used a lot to teach programming to the year 7s. And then sometimes they would do it too late, you know? They'd do it like year 8 and 9. It's like, nah. You need to start properly programming at that age. You can't just be doing Scratch, man. It's too late for Scratch. Scratch realistically is like a primary school level thing, I'm not gonna lie. Scratch is they should not have been doing Scratch as late as they did. But yeah, Scratch was fun. I did start trying to make some good games in Scratch, but uh, it ended up having some bugs that I couldn't really fix. My my long blockchains got a little bit too convoluted. I was trying to do too much, basically. I was trying to do too much. I remember when we had touch typing lessons too, which was probably the greatest skill any school has taught you. I remember doing that at primary school, I'm pretty sure. That was like the computing lesson in primary school. It's like, you have to learn to touch type, and you know you have to learn how to use the keyboard. Which is funny because like I don't really touch type per se. But no, I don't really touch type. I just sort of just every word that I want to write, I've sort of memorized my own way of typing it, I guess, which is sort of the same thing as touch typing. Like if I want to say what, I just instinctively know where. I guess it is touch typing. Like, I just know where each key is on the thing. But what they were trying to tell you is like, oh, you have to use that little notch on the F key and the J key to know your bearings of where your hands are on the key. Like, you don't need that. You just have your fucking hand on W, A, S, and D, and then you go from there. It's simple as that. Or you look before you, like, if you don't have your hand on WASD, you look before you type. Like, I don't know. You don't even need to look before you type if you type enough. Like, I don't know. I think the touch typing thing was a bit of bullshit. Like, you'd eventually learn to touch type if you just use the fucking computer, which is what they should have done in those lessons to begin with. Just using the actual fucking does annoy me. I could have learned so much more at that age, is my point. I could have learned so much more. But no, they just did shitty touch typing lessons. Do you plan on playing other aspects of the game uh, sometime, like dungeons? No, I'm not doing dungeons. I'm not interested in that. Not fun for me. You'd be surprised at how low computer literacy is in the world there. I mean, in the grand scheme of things, not every country is going to have a very computerized world. Or actually, one thing that I guess I don't um that I would be surprised at is how many like of the younger years don't really like they're more just using phones as opposed to actually using a desktop fucking computer. I feel like a desktop is the default When realistically nowadays it's like your phone is the default now. Even just the UK, I've had to teach people on your you've had to teach people on your course how to make files. Okay. Okay. I yeah, I don't know. It do be like that sometimes. Sometimes people just they just don't know. And you know what? Sometimes I do be some of those people, but not anymore. Not anymore. It's probably skewed for you since your course was around computers. Yeah. Um, I'm not gonna lie. I may have played a little bit of Minecraft during one of the lectures, but not hypixel skyblock because I didn't have internet for that. But I did bring out my fucking chunky laptop, and I did play a little MC. But I couldn't really do too much because like laptop controls on Minecraft. If I only use a trackpad, that's just not an enjoyable experience. You play 2048? I think I may have just scrolled Reddit sometimes. I may have just done that. Long time ago, I would just scroll Reddit. Because Reddit had some interesting, like if you find a good subreddit, you can get some good stuff out of that. Reddit was the OG scrolling thing, probably. But 2048 was a good game. It's funny how you can just go in random directions with it, and sometimes you'll get really high, and then sometimes you actually try, and you're like, oh no, I'll do this calculated, and you just end up doing worse than if you did it random. That happens sometimes, and it's just like, ah, well, fuck, fuck. And maybe you give up doing it uh, purposefully, and then do a little bit of random in between. You know, you do a little bit of a hybrid one, because to be fair, doing it like any trying to do it calculated is just a little bit boring. Even though you do just do down, left, down, right, down, left, down, right. That is just 2048 a lot of the time. Until you can't do anything, then you just go up, time to go up, and then down, left, down, right, down, left, down, right. You did garden once during a lecture and your laptop was so loud and never did it again. Ooh. Yeah, you can't be doing that. I mean, it doesn't necessarily give it away. Maybe you're because like if you're loading up not Windows. Well, yeah, actually, if you're loading up things just in general, if you're loading up Word, then that will have your fucking laptop revving its engines. You gotta rev up those fryers. You gotta rev up those fans. Once some guy near me was playing Hearthstone and he lost and shouted in Chinese halfway across halfway through the lecture. That's funny. That's good. I remember in some lectures there was some people that may have not been like it wasn't. That was a lecture for like me and my class or group or whatever, but they were just in the room because it was a computer room as well, so they were just sort of. Uh, I'm sure they didn't have like a lecture, so they were just gaming in the corner. Um, and sometimes they'd be a bit loud, which was funny. Good times though, good times. Lag? Oh look, it's my Picobulus. Your sleep schedule's fucked now. You've got to redeem it, Schultz. You've got to redeem it. You can't let it get too fucked, otherwise it's hard to fix. You played basketball for 3 hours yesterday and you were so knackered you fell asleep at 6 p.m., woke up at 2 a.m., fell asleep today at 3 p.m. Well, I haven't slept midday before. There's never been really a time. I don't think I've ever, tried to sleep at like 2 p.m. Because I think like, it's actively a lot harder for me to go to sleep than it is to stay awake. So generally, my sleep schedule becomes fucked up from me just staying awake past 6 a.m. And then like, oh, it's 7 a.m. I guess it's the next day now. And then you just accidentally have not slept that day. You woke up like 2 hours ago. You woke up at 7 p.m. Fucking gremlin. My guy's up at 7 p.m. Oh shit, I need to do my Duolingo. I think. Probably. What's Duo saying? Actually, I'm gonna say I am. I've already said this, haven't I? Okay, no, I don't need to do my Duolingo yet. In a few hours, I need to do it to keep my streak up. But thing is with Duo, they've been way too heavily into AI, and it pisses me off. It makes me want to not use it anymore. But genuinely, the only reason I use Duolingo is just to like refresh my mind on the language I want to learn. Like if I didn't use Duolingo, I would just actively degenerate in my Italian abilities, of which there are not much. I'm just saying, my 400-day or 400 and something day streak, it may look impressive, but I don't know, it's not great. I think it's decent for vocabulary, or at least very slow baseline learning, if you get what I mean. If I actually wanted to learn Italian, I think, a tutor is the best way. But obviously I don't need it. I'm not going to Italy anytime soon. Change your language settings to Italian. In skyblock? Oh, fucking... No. No, I don't like... I know they have a way that you can change individual items to Italian stuff, but... Or, I don't know, like you can have actual items be in a different language, but I feel like that would fuck with it. I don't want to... Like, surely that's got to cause some fuckery, like some accidental wipes and stuff. There's no way. It just doesn't seem right. It seems wrong. Maybe it's only like the skyblock menu and certain items that... Like, maybe these items don't change. I'm 5 million away from the big 300. I'm so close, man. I'm so close. 300 million glaciate powder when? It's gonna be too long, man. It's gonna take ages to get to 300 mil. Like getting 5 million glaciate powder, I'd have to actually mine. I'll stream to I think I'll stream tomorrow though, because what I'm thinking is I'll install OBS on my Linux system and then I'll try and do a mining stream on Linux tomorrow. That's like part of my plan at the moment. I'm thinking that's what I'm gonna do. That will probably happen. In before tomorrow, I end up just deciding to do something completely different. But currently, that's what I'm thinking. We'll have a mining stream on Linux tomorrow. And one of the things that will... I don't know if it will stress me out, but like the fact that if I F11 during stream, the game will crash, that scares me a bit. It's not really the end of the world, to be fair. Like, if it crashes, then I just reload the game, but I don't know, like, I feel like it would... What if I just F11 a lot? I haven't F11'd once this stream, so there'd be no reason for me to crash in Arch. Because I haven't F11, like, I'll F11 now. It works as I'm on Windows, but yeah, fuck it. We'll find out tomorrow how stable it will be. And see actually if OBS works. I haven't even installed OBS on it yet. Let's see. What shall I watch after I end stream? Do I have anything to watch? A video about how ASML makes chips faster with its 400 million new machine. $400 million machine. Other than that, there's no other video that is interesting. New Mr. Beast video. Mr. Beast! Beat Neymar, win 500 grand. Wow. I put Neymar against 5,000 people. Will he win? Hand-to-hand combat. Oh, it looks like they ripped him to shreds. Oh wait, hold on. Mr. Beast almost at 400 million subscribers. That's crazy. Let's see, Social Blade. How long until he gets there? Mr. Beast. Oh god, is Social Blade working? Okay, so he'll probably be at 400 mil in like a week or two. But that's kind of cool. A channel with 400 million subscribers. Do you think I'll reach 500 mil? Do you think his growth will plateau at some point? Because surely he can't grow too fast forever. Like, then maybe there has to be a cap. I mean, how many YouTube accounts even are there? How many active YouTube accounts even exist? There's only a certain number of English speakers? True. Certain number of English speakers on YouTube as well. He's also got a Spanish channel. Yeah. I'm pretty sure his channels in all the different major languages. Don't know about Chinese. Like, Chinese would be pretty big for him, wouldn't it? But then I don't know how China works with that. Because, you know, they've got that great firewall and things. See, if China has a great firewall, do they also have a great VPN? And if it's a great VPN, would it be called a hole? Because it'd be a hole in the firewall. That'd be funny. The Great Hole of China, or the Great Hole in the Great Wall of. I don't know what the fuck am I cooking, man? Regardless, I'm pretty sure China has their own like YouTube thing. In that case, I think Mr. Beast is probably already there. Mr. Beast is there, man. He's ahead of the game. He's already in China. He goes on his China channel and says, "Subscribe to my channel on YouTube." He just like gives detailed instructions. This is how you use a VPN. This is how you subscribe. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Is it Bilibili? I don't know if it is. I don't know the Chinese websites because they have like I think they have their own Amazon as well, don't they? And apparently they have like mega apps, like what X is trying or what Elon is trying to do with formerly Twitter. Like Elon's trying to make a mega app, and then China has like apps where it's a social media, but also Amazon, but also something else apparently. I don't know. I don't know enough about China to. I don't know enough about it in general to do it. WeChat is a big one. WeChat, we also buy. We also game. Imagine it's like it's Amazon, Twitch, and YouTube and Twitter all in one. That'd be insane. I'm gonna skim through Mr. Beast's video. So he has a car one, he has a basketball one. Actually, he has multiple basketball ones. That is fair. It is America after all. They're gonna have like baseball ones as well, aren't they? Oh, he's got like a water one? The fuck? I think that looks like an escape artist's thing. He's got competitive eating. Um, Neymar. So he does have a football one. So it's not all. It's not. He has one thing that is, you know, a little bit less American centered. Not to say that basketball is only American, but you know what I mean. What are your bestiary rankings for the mineshaft mobs? I believe I'm top 10 in those. I am. Ooh, I've been overtaken. That's a bit cringe. I'm 10th in the bowman at least. And then the mutt, I am 11th. Yeah, I've been overtaken by a few people then. That's a shame. Makes sense. I haven't mined as much as I should have. Damn, there's not as much stuff on YouTube as I thought there would be. I thought I would have more stuff to watch on YouTube after I'd streamed. Like, it'd been a bit of time. I would stream for like 2 hours, and that would give it a little bit of time to give me some more content. But no, there is not too much there. I was watching a few like Smash tournament streams though before I started the stream. It's like there's a tournament in France that has a few interesting players there. In the NBA team of the year, only two out of five are from the US. Ah, where are the rest from then? Are there some from Canada? Or maybe some British players? No way. Maybe. Imagine. Imagine we get a British player as like, an NBA thing. One's Canadian, one's Serbian, one's Greek. Mm. There's a good bit of variety then. Bit of diversity, no way. But those three were three candidates for MVP. I see. Best best basketball player. So basically, the US are going through what England have for football. So like they made basketball, but then they're not the best at it. We made football, and that's why football must come home. It's been away for too long. It must come home. Maybe. Fuck. Hold on. I should probably sit up a little bit more. Maybe it's like somewhat good that there's not as much stuff on YouTube. I mean, the thing is like sometimes I'll watch YouTube instead of doing programming or Linux related stuff. But then sometimes I'll do it like in conjunction with, sometimes I'll have YouTube on in the background while I do it. So like sometimes it distracts me, then sometimes it doesn't. So realistically, I don't know. It's not really good or bad, but it means I don't have content to watch, which is a shame. It's tragic. I don't even have South Park until like July. Um, Basically, I got nothing to watch until maybe like 10 or 11 today. But even then, they might not have that streamer. Need something to watch, chat. Need something to watch. Just watch my own VOD. I mean, technically I already am. I'm reading chat in my own uh, VOD, but I guess it's not a VOD, is it? It's a live stream because it's still real time. It is still real time, and yeah. I'm fucking yawning too much. I'm gonna send people to sleep. Well, I think maybe I could end it here. I've been streaming for a decent amount of time. What's OBS saying? OBS is saying 2 hours and 42 minutes. And that's pretty big. When will T? Eh? What do you mean syntax? Okay, Guild General is just filled with free Lego. I'm not sure what Lego needs to be freed from, but fair enough. When will there be pirate language support on skyblock? Um, when foraging. Which is also another thing. Foraging when? When do we, when foraging? When do we get foraging? Unfortunately, I need to go enjoy rest of stream. Eh? Oh, I need to go enjoy your rest. Just, I don't know why I didn't mentally put the comma there. I just, I just read that as like, unfortunately, I need to go enjoy the rest of your stream. I was like, does this mean that I need to stream longer? Like, I did not read that. I did not read that properly. But yeah, see you, Shoal. Have a good time. Have a good time. Alright, what else is in fucking Discord? Bridge? Anything in Bridge? I scroll up and I just see my own Vang, and then no one responding because no one wants my Vang. No one is, it feels like no one's mining. If people are saying, because hold on, who else said Vang? Like Sebi said Vang, but I didn't. To be fair, I should have took the Vanguard. I should have taken it, but like if not enough people respond to Vanguards, then we don't get Vanguards anymore because people don't bother putting Vang in chat, which is a real tragedy. Especially considering I probably do need Vanguards. Hold on a minute, chat. People are selling me crystal fragments. This is big. This is humongous, even. No more Vanguards in guild. Yeah, it's a shame. But people are selling me crystal fragments. This is amazing. This is wonderful. This is exactly what I wanted. And that's also generally what I've been doing in Skyblock. in the very small amount of time that I played Skyblock as of recent, it's just been uh trying to like sell my bits. You just sell Vanguards to 3 people for 2 mil to get better profit. You can get good profit from it. I generally well, I mean good profit. You can get profit from it, but I feel like I don't know, I just give it to guild. It's my free guild service of free Vanguards and free Jasper mineshafts every now and then. But then no one takes the Jasper mineshafts either. No one is mining in them. Are they not worth it? Do people just not mine? What is it, man? Like, is this technically good? No, it's not. I was about to say, like, a 4 lapis tungsten. Maybe you can get a lot of tungsten out of it, but then I remembered. The lapises are for gemstones. This is not the way. Okay, I'll do more corpses and then I think I shall end it. Think of all the cash you would have if you sold them. Yeah, but then I would have done less mine shafts and got less XP because I'd be spending time selling them. But anyways, thank you all for watching. Remember to like the stream, subscribe, follow on Twitch, all that wonderful stuff. I might stream tomorrow. If I remember to do the thing that I said I would do. Which I'll probably do. I don't know when I should install OBS. Like, do I install it tomorrow or should I do that today? I guess I'll figure that out. But yes, thank you all for watching, and I shall see you later. Goodbye.